Hey there, and happy June. It is the month where the official first day of summer will rear its beautiful head. I love summer. But when my kids were coming up, summer wasn't always as great for me. It was actually a pretty challenging time of year because we had birthdays, events, outings, travel, all sorts of things. And I found it hard to stand up for myself and set boundaries so that I'd stay true to my health and fitness goals and not doing a bunch of people pleasing. You see, my husband used to travel for work. He still does, but not as much as when the kids were younger. So when the summer came, he was home more and we had vacations. We had birthdays, holidays, other events, and more travel, going to see friends and family and cookouts and things like that. And I found it hard to set boundaries so that I could stick to my goals. So that is what this month's theme is about. It's about helping you slay summer with tips on how to enjoy travel, outings, and events without throwing away your boss body goals. Now, we're going to kick off this month's theme with setting boundaries, right? We need to set boundaries with friends, families, and our spouses so that we build and nurture these strong relationships and connections, but also stay true to our boss body goals. But first, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Phyllis Thompson, your favorite hormone hacking coach for weight loss. In every single one of my videos, you'll walk away with at least one tip that you can implement right away to start shrinking that waist, feeling better, and aging for longevity. So now let's get into it. When you're committed to your fitness goals, it is essential to set boundaries that prioritize your health and wellness without neglecting these relationships. It is so important also because when you have hormonal conditions or issues, you want to make sure that you're keeping these things in mind because that can also derail you for the summer and make you not feel so good. So you're not enjoying yourself. This can be challenging though, but you have to learn how to communicate these things effectively with your friends and family, and especially your partners or spouses. They are usually the most challenging. So I've put together all these tips to help you do that. The first step, though, is going to be to identify your priorities for this summer. Before you set boundaries, you have to identify what's most important to you. Are you willing to skip out on date night so that you can stick to your workout routine? Or would you rather find a compromise that allows you to do both? For me, my husband loves to show his love by taking me out to eat, taking us on trips, or buying food. I don't know why men love to buy us food, but he loved to do that. So what I had to do was pick places that had options that fell in line or closer in line with my goals. For example, here in Atlanta, one of my favorite restaurants is the Optimist. It is a seafood restaurant. And I would get the seared scallops and creme brulee or berries and cream for dessert. I would pick that place or places like that so that we could still enjoy date night, but I could get things that I know tasted amazing and help me stay true to my goals, right? So these two options were super light and super delicious, and it didn't throw me off my plan. And we had date night, check, without having to say, oh, I'm not going to do this because I want to lose weight. No, there are ways to do everything that keeps everybody happy, right? Then you have to be clear and concise. Avoid beating around the bush or making excuses. State your boundaries clearly and directly and with respect. I made it clear to my family that I wanted us to focus more on fun activities that centered around us being outdoors and being active and not around food. As a society and a culture, we have learned somehow to center all events around food, which sends a very negative message. Instead, do something active. And that is what I started doing with my family, is making it so that let's not decide every celebration is going to be centered around food. Let's try to pick something that's active and fun. And this is a huge lesson for kids to learn because as they get older, it helps them make healthier choices like that as well. Use I statements. Now, you want to avoid accusatory language because that just messes everything up, right? You want to say stuff like, I need or want to prioritize my workouts right now, instead of you always make me skip my workouts. When you play the blame game, it puts them in a defensive mood or puts them on the defense and it jacks up the entire day, right? And it just sets sort of a negative tone around your goals. Everything is always going to be, we can't do this because you're trying to lose weight. Changes the game when you use I statements and let them know that you want to prioritize that for yourself. So we need to find things that fall more in line with that, but are still fun and active for us all to enjoy together. Offer alternatives, right? That falls in line with using statements that include your goals and making it about what you want to do instead of blaming them for something. So you need to offer an alternative. If saying no to a social event or activity isn't an option, that is the best thing to do. So you don't skip your fitness routine, but you find things that fit into that, like going for a hike or a bike ride. Going for a bike ride, in most cities now, they have those bikes that you can rent, or go buy new bikes as a family, right? That's a really, when you're buying kids something, they love that. So everybody gets new bikes, and we start making it a Saturday thing where we take our bikes out for a ride, or we find a really cool place to hike. There are so many great places to hike in Georgia, which I would have never found out about if I hadn't started making that a priority for us to do things outdoors, right? That's how I found out I was an outdoorsy girl, and my kids started to love it. And it was actually one of the things me and my husband did one summer was we made it a goal to hit as many new hiking spots in Georgia because they all have so much history behind them too. And it was a really fun activity. And afterwards, we'd stop at like Whole Foods or Sprouts, and we'd pick up something really yummy and healthy to throw on the grill, like grass-fed steaks, right? Contrary to popular belief, grass-fed steaks are a healthy item to get. Now, you don't want to eat steak every day because of the fat content, but a grass-fed steak is amazing for your body. Wild caught seafood too. So we would grill seafood, and we would have fun and watch a movie and just hang out and enjoy each other's company after that outing the day earlier. And you can totally do this with kids. One 4th of July, we went whitewater rafting instead of sitting home and eating a bunch of food that really wasn't something that we wanted to do. So we went whitewater rafting. The kids completely enjoyed it. And then we had a great time that day. We did go out to dinner, but we chose a place that had options that fall in line with what I wanted to eat. They didn't have to know that. And they got to eat what they wanted, but they did something fun that they had never done before. And now every year my kids want to go whitewater rafting. It is actually a lot of fun, right? So setting those good examples and letting them know what your priorities are and setting those boundaries, it really does help you think about things to do that's outside of the box too. Stick to your boundaries. Once you set them, you have to stick to them. If you show your friends and family that you're not serious and you're a little flaky, they are going to test you. So you have to let them know you're serious about your health and wellness goals and that you're committed to prioritizing them. By setting these boundaries and communicating them effectively, you can prioritize your fitness goals while nurturing these relationships and finding new fun things to do together. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, and setting boundaries is crucial to this process. We set boundaries for people on all sorts of things all the time. Why not for our health and fitness goals? Having a supportive friends and family can make a huge difference in achieving these fitness goals. You surround yourself with people like that, it's encouraging to keep building these healthy habits together. So you may want to think about including more people that have the same goals and priorities as you moving forward. So it's not so challenging to find people that want to do the same things you want to do. There's nothing wrong with having a group of friends that want to go out and have girls' night and drink, but that's not always conducive to your health and fitness. And alcohol can spike hot flashes, and it's going to throw your hormones all out of whack, right? You can still drink, but every Friday night. Anyway, I digress. That's all I've got for you tonight. The next time we're going to talk about the choices you can make that fall in line with that, so that you still enjoy summer, you stay true to your health and fitness goals, and you enjoy the people that you're around, and they can still enjoy you. You want to make sure you're nurturing these relationships, but at the same time, you are holding true to your health and fitness goals, because aging for longevity is not just about what you do over summer, over the holidays. It's about everyday life. And summer's going to come every year. So learning how to navigate that every year and standing firm and standing up for yourself is going to be so important. Until next time, ciao.